Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the 5 ways in which a Scorpio can become famous today. So this is focusing on the Scorpio sun, whilst also providing some real life examples. Now the thing about the sun sign within astrology is that it can provide you into the ways in which you are seen. So looking at how you illuminate, looking at how you shine, looking at how you express yourself, your self-expression, but also it can show you how you gain attention, approval and applause for you being you, for what you bring to the table. But ultimately, the sun within astrology can signify your personal purpose and your direction in life. However, before we do get started, if you would like to know more information all about your sun sign, along with your sun house, as well as your Leo house, so looking at Leo within the natal birth chart, as well as your 5th house within your birth chart, then I have created a Leo season / archetype ebook. So what I'm going to do is provide a link to that ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today. Okay then, so with all those introductions out of the way, Scorpio, let's do this. So the first way that a Scorpio can become famous is for their incredible ability to transform themselves from the inside out. See, the pretty interesting thing about Scorpios is that you never really know what you're going to get. Yes, Scorpio is a fixed sign, but it's also a highly regenerative and transforming sign. Therefore, in this way, Scorpios are kind of like the Transformers of the zodiac. So to give you an example here to put things into perspective, you could meet a Scorpio during a pretty difficult time in their lives. So maybe they have been victim to abuse or violence in some way, or maybe they are low on money, or maybe they've lost their job, or they're almost reaching the poverty line in that way, or maybe they're suffering from some sort of depression. But then fast forward a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, whatever many years, they are the manager of a company or a firm, an organization. They are hosting a lecture on how to overcome difficult obstacles in people's lives. So they could be motivational speakers in that way. Or maybe they are out helping others who have fallen victim to abuse or violence themselves. Point being here, folks, is that Scorpios can gain fame and popularity for not only transforming their own lives, but also the lives of others. Basically, Scorpios can go from one extreme to another extreme, and you just never really know when that's gonna be, but boy, when it kicks in, it's powerful. Take YouTuber Bethany Moda, for example. Now, of course, she is a Scorpio and she is a video blogger. And apparently, the main reason for why she started making YouTube videos in the first place was because she was being bullied. And so creating videos helped her deal with the bullying. She then rose to fame for her haul videos, where she shows her fashion and her style purchases. She uploads videos of her outfit ideas, makeup, hair tutorials, recipes, DIY ideas, and she even now has her own fashion line at Aeropostale. So you can see there, from that bullying state of being to her overcoming those things through YouTube, and then suddenly it just spiraled to where she is today. Another example though, a gentleman who not only transformed his own life, but motivates others to do the same. Keeping in mind that Scorpio's traditional ruler is Mars, and this planet is highly motivational. And often you do notice this in Scorpios, okay, is their strong drive. They have this strong drive through whatever they do. But yes, this person I am referring to is none other than Gary V. Now he is one of the most popular Scorpio entrepreneurs of today. Gary Vee, or well, Gary Vaynerchuk, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, he was born in Russia. So his parents, they desperately wanted to escape Russia, and so they immigrated to the United States. So with this, Gary was 3 years old and he knew zero English. But then Gary's father, he started working in a small liquor store, and then he saved enough money to start his own business. But like his father, Gary followed in his footsteps. Sure, Gary was not an A-graded student, but he was working by the age of 14. He then went on to get a degree, but after being exposed to computers and the internet, Gary took the iron while it was hot, okay? He got out in front of this opportunity. He realized he could use these things to then grow his father's business. Talk about taking advantage of your resources and your materials. And also keeping in mind here that Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, rules over the area of life that is associated with shared resources and finances within astrology. The thing that helped Gary Vee rise to fame was when he started making 20-minute daily YouTube videos. But then fast forward to today, he has made over 2,000 videos, and he even has his own digital marketing agency that he started with his brother. So this right here is a prime example of the phoenix rising from the ashes, as the Scorpio symbolism does signify. But also it's an example of a Scorpio who is extremely passionate about what he does. Oh yeah, Scorpios can become or have extreme types of personalities. So my advice, if you're in their way when they are going for the glory, get out of their way. Because either you get out of their way or they will sting you. However, not only can Scorpios become famous for their ability to transform themselves using their magnetic willpower and extremely passionate personalities, but they can also physically transform themselves and gain fame for doing so as well. Take YouTuber and Scorpio Patrick Starr. Now he has a makeup channel on YouTube, and within his videos he makes many makeup transformation videos. For example, there's the likes of Disney's Aladdin Genie makeup transformation and pink drag transformation. Now there's also, with the drag transformation, there's loads of different colors. So there's green, there's blue, and so on. I mean, you can't get more transforming than that. Though, another example of someone who's a Scorpio and also a YouTuber is Miranda Sings. Now, her real name is Colleen Ballinger, and she created a fictional character called Miranda Sings, where she sings and dances really badly. But apparently this character was inspired by arrogant singers that she would see on YouTube, believing that by doing these videos that they would break out into fame. But with that in mind, it looks like she actually ended up breaking out into fame herself. But what's also interesting about her is that she posts, or she has been posting, her pregnancy journey. So that pregnancy transformation that she has been going through because she had a baby. Keeping in mind here that the sign of Scorpio rules over rebirth and birth within astrology as well. And this leads us on to the second way that a Scorpio can become famous, and that is through, well, the opposite of birth, which is death. Cue the creepy, scary music. No, but seriously, death is a natural part of life, and the thing about Scorpios is that they might understand this process, maybe perhaps from a young age. For example, maybe a Scorpio has experienced a loved one die whenever they were younger, or maybe they enjoy listening to music or to bands that artistically really express death. Or it could be that maybe they've underwent a life-changing surgery in some way that put things into perspective for them. Then again, maybe it could be that they watched many war movies or horror movies growing up and these things really intrigued them. But you know what? Maybe as well, a Scorpio person played video games that are associated with horror, that are associated with death growing up as well. So for example, let's take a very popular famous YouTuber and Scorpio, PewDiePie. Now he started his YouTube channel based on Call of Duty and Minecraft, but what really skyrocketed his channel was the game Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And this is a survival horror video game. And as well here, did you know that the name PewDiePie was formed by the term pew, as in a gun shooting, die. So the original name was PewDie, but then he forgot his password and so he added in the pie at the end because he loves pie. And another Scorpio that I want to mention who is known for being a scream queen, starring in horror films, well, it's none other than Jamie Lee Curtis. She of course is a Scorpio, and she is widely known for her character that she played in the Halloween series. Now, if we do want to take this to the very extremes, however, okay, when it comes to death, let's talk about, well, the most shocking Scorpio of all, who really shocked the nation with what he created. And that was Scorpio Charles Manson. Now, of course, he was a cult leader and he orchestrated a string of gruesome murders within Los Angeles, and this just horrified the world. And this actually leads us on to the third way that a Scorpio can become famous, because of course not all Scorpios are manipulative, murderous, vindictive people, alright? But what we can actually find with many Scorpios is their ability to expose others for these types of behaviors, or just really to expose shady, strange behavior in general. For example, take YouTuber and Scorpio Ready to Glare. Now, she creates commentary videos where she discusses a wide range of social issues. And she has videos titled the likes of The Skeletons in Jessica Yaniv's Closet, The Disturbing Case of Chris Watts. Though not only does she make videos that are about exposing others, well, she also exposes herself. I mean, she has a video titled What's Been Going On Behind Closed Doors. Ooh. And what's also interesting about her is that she has this very emo goth Scorpio vibe to her when it comes to the clothes that she wears. But then also at the same time, she does these clothing hauls, and you notice with some of her clothing it's quite sensual. It's quite sultry and sexy, that kind of vibe to her clothing. Another popular YouTuber here to mention though, and Scorpio, is Rice Gum. Now, in his first popular video, he criticized young social media stars who made their name on Musical.ly. He basically called out the app's biggest stars for their behavior in their videos, which he thought was inappropriate for their ages. So let's actually take a look at some of his YouTube video titles to get a fair understanding. This girl must be stopped. These cringy couples must be stopped. This scammer must be stopped. Oh boy. What would the world be without Scorpios to call people out? Though the last famous Scorpio and also YouTuber that I want to mention with this example is Jeffree Star. See, Jeffree Star is actually widely known for throwing shade on others, for exposing others, and for spilling the tea. So make sure that you iron out your dirty laundry before Scorpio does. The fourth way that a Scorpio can become famous is by being so darn sensual, sultry, but also secretive. See, Scorpios have this allure about them that likes to play it safe by not exposing too much of themselves too soon. They can have this air of mystery to them, but it's the same air of mystery that can be appealing to others. Others might gravitate towards them and want to know more. Then again, some might gravitate towards them to take a closer look, but then they end up being stung because they don't like to be probed. Scorpios don't like to be probed. They just like to probe others. Therefore, whatever a Scorpio decides to disclose about themselves, well, it's on their terms. So let's take a look at some Scorpios who rose to fame through their sultry sound. So firstly, an extremely famous Scorpio is Drake. Now his most recent album is actually titled, funnily enough, Scorpion, with songs like Emotionless, Elevate, I'm Upset, and the very famous and popular That's How You Feel. Another famous Scorpio musician is Bjork, with songs like Hidden Place, Play Dead, and Unravel. But then I found one of her first songs called Big Time Sensuality, and these were the lyrics. We just met, and I know I'm a bit too intimate, but something huge is coming up, and we're both included. Yeah, you know, that's another thing is sex, intimacy, deep connection comes with Scorpio energy. So you find with musicians who are Scorpios, they may sing about these things, they may pour their emotions out when it comes to these things. And also, you know, with her music, it's extremely enchanting, and it's dark and it's mysterious and it's pretty hypnotizing. So I wanted to use musicians for this reason because I feel like the lyrics and the sound of Scorpio artists really shows. And the fifth and final way that a Scorpio can become famous is through their investments. Now this can be clearly seen with the likes of Gary Vee and Jeffree Star as mentioned, but this isn't just about where or how a Scorpio chooses to invest their money, but also how they choose to invest when it comes to their relationships, when it comes to their career choices, when it comes to their education. Take director and Scorpio Martin Scorsese, for example, who has helped create movies such as Casino, Shutter Island, Goodfellas, and The Wolf of Wall Street, which, by the way, Leonardo DiCaprio, who is also a Scorpio, he has starred in a few of these movies. Now, by 8 years old, Martin was already drawing his own storyboards, and after creating a 10-minute comedy short, he earned himself a $500 scholarship to New York University. And then his first movie that he directed was called Mean Streets, but then this movie in itself was seen as a masterpiece. But you know what, even on that note, criminal movies, right? His movies are quite dark. The movies that he's directed, you know, with Goodfellas, quite a gangster mob type of movies, and this to me screams Scorpio energy. It was Martin who once said, deep down you want to think that people are really good, but the reality outweighs that. So with this example, you can notice a Scorpio person who really devoted a lot of their time and energy and willpower into becoming this magnetic, powerful director. And let's also not forget about Scorpio lady Kris Jenner. And she has made some pretty savvy relationship choices in her time. So with Kris Jenner's example, I just really want to mention a couple of things because I think they're going to tie together very well with what I've been discussing so far throughout this video. Now, apparently Kris Jenner developed a cancerous bone tumor whenever she was younger, and she did undergo some surgery to have it removed. But with that, I'm sure that was a very terrifying experience, maybe put things into perspective for her. But then also she went on to marry a very high-powered attorney Robert Kardashian, which of course she had Kylie, Kim and Khloe. But then the thing about this is that Robert served O.J. Simpson, who was being accused of murder, okay, looking at death, which then gained him much fame, and obviously Kris Jenner some fame as well. But then Robert himself ended up dying of cancer, so there was a death situation. And then also Kris went on to marry the Olympic gold medal Bruce Jenner. Of course she had Khloe and Kendall. I think she also had Rob, so Rob was to Robert Kardashian as well. Sorry, just trying to keep up with all this. Yeah, keeping up with the Kardashians, right? But now, yes, her and Bruce, well, Caitlyn, of course, which is also interesting, Caitlyn Jenner, the transforming thing we were talking about, she is a Scorpio, but still Bruce was the he transforming into the she. Hope you get what I mean there. But yeah, Caitlyn Jenner is also a Scorpio like Kris. So as you can see, during all of this process, Kim went on to have 6 children. But the thing is that she now refers to herself as the momager. So she's their manager. And she credits herself for this term, momager, and she's actually coined the term. So the thing to keep in mind with this is that yes, Scorpios can be excellent managers, excellent investors, excellent business people, and they just might gain fame for doing so. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on the 5 ways in which a Scorpio can become famous. Now, if you do have any thoughts and opinions you would like to add, then be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. With all that being said then, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click the subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!